What up? Here we are live. Sorry to blindside you. I wanted to get started ASAP and get this ball rolling. Give the people what they want, maybe a little bit earlier. Now, I haven't been putting out ads for this as much, so I'd be curious to see how much better the viewership does when I start ass blasting this everywhere, you know.
I think I'm gonna do the same soon enough as well.
Because I think that right now, kind of working out the kinks, you know, getting it just right, just so. And I feel like when I'm a little bit more confident with it, and I start putting it out, people can go back into the archive and look at the old episodes, kind of get their fill in the middle of the week while we get ourselves together. Sorry, I'm yawning. We work all day, all week for you pretties, for you little, you know, stinkers in the chat, our little subscribees. And I have to make money. You have to make money. I get tired. It's, you know, almost 9 p.m. now. But as it says in the description, you know, we're going to be live every Tuesday at 9 p.m. No exceptions whatsoever. If it's Tuesday, it's L&C day, and no substitutions. Unless, of course,
even if
we change our minds within the next, I don't know, like 5 seconds. But as of now, within this short semi-finite period, it's going to be 9 p.m. on Tuesdays. Isn't that right?
Indeed. If I'm on the airplane and they tell me put my phone on airplane mode, I'm not. I'm going to be doing this live podcast.
I should hope not. I should hope. I should hope not, because this is more important than your on-flight safety and the safety of those around you.
Exactly.
This
I'll let
is
the whole
priority.
plane crash for this podcast for y'all. For the art must come to the light. I do it for y'all, not for me.
For you.
I get nothing. I get nothing from it.
Nothing. Not a thing. And quite literally. In fact, we're devoting our time, taking time out of our day to do this for you. Okay? Don't get it twisted. Not until we get a Patreon going or something where we get a little cheddar cheese in our pockets. Yeah, but right now, it's all pro bono. Cheese. It's all free 99. So enjoy it while it lasts.
Wait till we start charging $5 a show.
Charging. I'm talking ads, the whole deal.
In the worst parts, we're gonna do ads like Spotify. You think it's done? I'll write back to another, and then I add about not getting ads.
I mean, the more the merrier, truly. I think that we can't have enough ads, especially now when I'm in debt over my head on all this. Just drowning. Just barely breathing.
Wait till we do, like, every other episode is just, like, straight ads.
If I don't show up next week, or if I do and I just look waterlogged and potentially like a bloated drowning victim, it's because I've drowned in debt. I've finally succumbed to it.
You just gotta not pay it, just whatever. I do it all the time.
So I just want to explain that for the people at home next week when I look like a cadaver. It's because I am. Read the news.
That's how you make money, right? You're like clam diving extra for a side job.
Yeah, clam diving. Exactly. Out there shucking oysters.
Exactly. I heard it pays decent. You know, a lot of people don't want to do it, so.
I don't either. So, yet here I am, diving away, anchors away. All right. Well, let's get right into it without further ado here. The first one we did, the first live remote podcast we did was, I don't know, a disaster. And that was because of me and my audio being just totally and completely fucked from moment one until what? How many hours we did it for? I guess we did like 40 minutes
like
to an hour.
an hour and a half.
Yeah, so just all of that ruined.
Yeah.
So this time, I hope that's not the case, and here to let us know if that is early on are all of you watching, which as of now is no one from what I can tell, but when somebody does watch, if you detect any audio issues, video issues, please let me know in the chat on screen. I'll be checking it periodically and I will fix that immediately. So that'd be a great help because I am the sole moderator. I can monitor but so much. Now, officially moving on to the agenda here. We got quite an array of topics for you guys. I want to say a lot of thought goes into this beforehand, okay? I don't want you to think at any point that any of these are things that I would never just, I don't know, like think of something on the toilet at work and then include it in this in this itinerary. I would never, because I hold you guys at such a higher standard than that. You know, I treat you guys as I would my brother or my mom, in that I hardly speak to you guys, even though we live in the same house practically. You know, actually physically we do, but you know, we're like ships in the night. But like another ship to my ship, I respect you like on the same plane, you know, even if we don't communicate whatsoever or have you know, like any shared feelings of like any kind. That was supposed to be emotional.
Feel that.
So
I feel like humor is an emotion, you know what I'm saying?
Hey Justin, no, Casualty is not on this episode. This is his buddy, right, Lorenzo, who put me in touch with Casualty, even though Lorenzo missed out on that pivotal first interview of the remote era.
The Japanese fighting fist.
Mm-hmm.
They got another name with like beetlefish or something. I don't know.
Beetlefish. Sounds like Beetlejuice. I don't want to say it 3 times. I don't know what's gonna happen.
I was thinking that too. You end up in the fist bowl.
Please. But no Casualty. Maybe we'll have some fun guests on the show in the future. These are real people, of course, that we have on the show. No fakers, no posers. Only the realest of the real. Yeah,
I think in like a few weeks we're gonna have a lot more guests, aren't we?
I think so. I agree. I didn't know about that, but I like the idea for sure. Because like I said before, if you heard Justin, we don't just think of these things on the fly. There's a lot of planning goes into all of this. Okay, so
I feel like it would be insulting if anyone ever thought that I would on my lunch break say, just to give a random scenario, take pictures of concrete and draw stick figures using Snapchat and then send it to Christian's email on break. That would be ridiculous.
Who would even accuse you of that? Who in their right mind? Come and see me. Come and see me out back, as a matter of fact, at whenever we finish this, at 10 p.m. Eastern. Please, I dare you. Accuse my mans of doing something like that.
Exactly. We would never do that. We would never do that.
Never.
Not to y'all. Maybe,
Never.
Maybe to someone else, but not to y'all.
So this is probably a tired joke, but it's not a joke. This is serious. Okay, so we're done talking about it.
I find humor in the truth. I find glee in the truth, which is why I smile about it, because it fills me with such a warmth.
And that's why I perpetually scowl. Because I want you to know how serious I am about comedy. And about what we do here. You will not see me smile for the remainder of the I'm kidding. That's not going to happen. We both know something is going to happen, and I'm going to smile. Against my will.
I don't think I can't not smile. I think it's very hard for me not to smile, except when I'm at work. I'm not going to lie.
Can I tell you something? You might smile at this. You might get a little weirded out. I don't know. But today, so we're going to be possibly working together pretty soon when you move to the area that I'm in from the area that you're currently at and will no longer be at soon. Because you will have then moved to the area that I'm in, and we're gonna possibly, like I said, work together. My boss is going to conduct your interview, and today he came and pulled me aside and just gave me the rundown. Hey, make sure Lorenzo, kind of knows where to go, what emails to look out for, keep his phone on standby, check the spam email, the whole deal. But then about like 5 hours after that, he came by and wanted to remind me to tell you to like include me in whatever like application process you're going through. Like in your application it says if somebody recommended you, please list their name or some or information here, because I'll get a bonus for that, which please, hey. Well, I'm drowning here. We just went over that, and so that will not hurt me in any way. But before he said that, he said, make sure Lorenzo, and then he said, by the way, beautiful name, Lorenzo. I just wanted to say that. I love that name. And I was like, okay, well, shit. I'm chopped liver over. Christian, really? Nothing but Lorenzo. So don't be surprised if you don't get the job because you're not French or you're not, there's no sort of, there are no strings attached.
I got that 50 Cent thing. You know what I'm saying?
You got to live up to the name. Yeah, you got to do something. Have some like trademark.
I'm gonna just say I'm Dominican.
Maybe have Casualty play you in the interview. Maybe have him sit in.
Oh my gosh.
And do an audio only interview.
I don't
just add a little spice to the to the spicy meatball that is Lorenzo.
True. I think I know a few Italian people. I think I know somebody that could get the job.
Yeah. It's a very
I might get them on the show actually.
Okay.
Yeah, to show my appreciation for getting the interview.
Yes. Yeah. Yes, certainly.
Gotta put them out there.
Gotta put them out there. But some people think you have a beautiful name. I just wanted you to know that. At least one person. And the only one that matters.
I've heard all day.
The one that's gonna determine whether or not you get a job. Loves your name. So you have that going for you.
That's a point.
And of course,
there.
I'm in your corner too the whole way. I'm just ramming you in there. Just hey, every day without fail, 4 times a day. I'm like, Lorenzo's application. Where's it at? Where you guys at? What's going on? So this is it. Every way attributed directly to me, and I hope that on that application you said something. Because don't forget all the hard work that I put into this.
Of course, I can't forget my manager.
In fact, we can negotiate after the fact the percentage of your pay after the fact going forward.
Speaking of percentage, wasn't Call Casualty supposed to give us like 2% of like oysters or something?
I think so. Oysters or floranges or whatever it was.
Yeah, something. He was supposed to give us some. What happened to that? Did he get back to you? Because he didn't get back to me.
I didn't get jack shit. So I say let's just let bygones be bygones, and if we get a check in the mail, I won't turn my nose up at it. It'll just be a pleasant surprise. He's probably still selling it. Mm-hmm. Maybe there's like a term over, because he was just on here, so it's like I don't know how much he could have sold in like a week or two. So we gotta give him some time. We gotta give it, just a little bit. U.S. mail is right now with what, COVID? No, I don't think that's the thing anymore. Was it ever a thing?
Who knows?
Are we gonna be a conspiracy podcast?
we can do it every once in a while.
Oh yeah.
Just
we might take a deep dive or two into the truth here on the podcast.
Oh, you know what? Maybe he secretly hooked you up with that diving job, and that's what he meant by 2% of the clams. You got to get them yourself, but he hooked you up with the job.
I want to be very clear. I don't dive. That was what we call a bad humor. I don't have any hookup from that man. So either he's a liar, or it's just taking a long time to get that money. A long time.
You seem like a very honest guy. I don't know. Mm-hmm.
We'll see. Hey, maybe, like I said, it'll be a nice, pleasant surprise when I open up my mailbox to find some cheddar cheese in there. all stinky and waiting for me, just molding in the mailbox. All right.
An actual block of cheese.
Not an actual block of cheese. Then I'll be pissed if this. So I didn't have no money, so I wouldn't had to send you some cheese in the mail. If you would care to, perhaps sniff it before you eat it. I'm not sure of the resale value on that there block, but I hear aged cheese is worth more.
Ooh.
So I was going to say in the first, back to what I was talking about before I got on that tangent, the first episode we did, albeit disastrous, we did go over some topics, that one of which I'd like to revisit here, and I'm not sure we did in the second one or not. I just can't remember, but it would be bad YouTube ads. And instead of looking at several, I just wanted to briefly touch on this one ad that just haunts my dreams. Just because I see it so much. I've seen it to the point of even today, and that's the only reason why I was reminded of it, because today I saw it just as like a video in my feed. Just like a straight up suggestion to watch. And I clicked on it on my own volition because I wanted to see how bad this ad was. YouTube has me so fucked up to the point where I'm going to go out of my way to click on an ad I know is bad, and that's the reason why I'm clicking on it, because I want to like subject myself to the torture that is this fucking terrible dub. And these ads are for the game Ebony. I'm not sure if you all are aware of Ebony. I'll pull this up in a minute. Should have done this sooner, but I'm gonna resize you real quick in the screen share. But we did watch, I think, one or two of these particular ads on, like I said, the first episode that didn't go over so well. But what do you remember of these ads, if you could sort of prep the audience for what they're about to endure?
It was a high quality ad, actually. I think I would watch them in my free time at any moment.
Really?
I feel like they're pretty thorough and explanatory.
Now, are you just saying that, or are you
entertaining?
Or are you just saying that?
You think that I would slid some money to the side to endorse these ads on our podcast, and they would subconsciously
okay, I see what's going on here.
You?
I see.
You think that's a thing?
I think it is now. I wasn't thinking that before, like at any point until now, for some reason.
That's weird. That's so weird. I don't know.
I don't think it is anymore. Now that you've like taken upon yourself to pretty much sell out live on air.
I'm not selling anything. But if you do
but
sign
your
up
body.
for the game and put, oh my gosh,
your person,
I haven't done
your
that
name.
in a while.
In a while. Shit. Was not ready for that reveal. Oh boy. All right.
Them stimmy checks ain't coming like they used to.
Not like they used to. Certainly not.
They used to drop them like every 6 months or something. Now, what do we got? Nothing.
Not a thing. All right. So this one is kind of like one of the earlier ones. It's a little grainy, and I think it's captured secondhand, courtesy of, let's see here, my man's Eric1120. So thank you, Eric, for the preservation of YouTube history. Let's go ahead and watch this.
Really drive you mad, huh? The game looks so fun in the ads, but when you download it, it's a totally different game. That's crazy, right? But today, I finally found a game that is exactly the same as it's shown in the ads. You don't believe me? Alright, let me show you. Okay,
so I know I'm kind of in the way here. Both of us are a little bit, but in fact, I'll fix that in just a second. But in the meantime, you can see here, now it's almost undetectable, I'll note. The way that the main actor, or I guess the only actor in this one, is speaking. He seems to be speaking English himself, like a human being who speaks English. And that would be because the dub is actually okay. Now, typically in these ads, and we'll see the quality drop off markedly. I guess that's the law of diminishing return. as far as the dub, because I believe these people don't actually like speak English as like a first language, and then they have somebody get in a booth, and kind of chop it up and make them say what I guess they're supposed to be saying. So, and again, I'm actually not sure if they say any of this themselves, if they're just like out there in front of the camera mouthing it, or if they're like giving it their best effort of like speaking it out in English. I don't know what the deal is, but I mean, this one, it is one of the earlier ones. So like I said, law of diminishing return, we're going to see these get a little worse. But so far, so good. I mean, does this look like a game you'd play? Like, I don't, and also a theme with these is we don't know what the fuck is going on here in the game.
Yeah, it's really drive you.
We got like, okay, what was that? Like Clash of Clans like animation?
Yeah, it's really.
I remember Clash of Clans. I played all of those actually. I started with Boom Beach, and then I played what was it? And then I played Clash of Clans. Is there another one?
There's a bunch of them. Here's the thing, right? With these like strategy games and just mobile games in general, for every like even sort of like halfway popular mobile game, there's going to be 200 copies, and 180 of those are going to be like Eastern Bloc country fucking like plagiarist middle games, where all they do is focus on how to like replicate, even for half a second, one of these fucking money makers, so that they can get as many people to spend money in fucking in-game currency, in loot boxes, and however else they make the money in game. All the ads, all the countless ads they run on these free fucking games, unless you pay like $3 to have it ad free. But then, like I said, there's still all the back end fucking money making tactics.
All that other stuff.
Yeah, like the battle passes and the fucking, like I said, loot boxes and the spin the wheel for this, or like you don't have enough money, how about you spend some of mommy's on a Fortnite credit card. All of that and more. So this one looks like it's going, at first, at the top of the ad, it looks like it's going for a Clash of Clans thing. Those fake ads really drive you mad, huh? That's the question posed to the viewer.
They drive you mad, huh? The game looks so fun in the ads.
Fake ads.
Okay, so what they're trying to tell us here is that usually these games, so already it's like kind of like being a little meta with it. It's telling us, hey, we know you're sick and tired of these ads, the ones just like the one that you're watching now. We know you're tired of these, and you don't want to see them. That's why we're going to show you one of these ads, but we're going to tell you just why you don't like them so much, and hopefully you'll like this one, because we're going to explain it to you like you're a little baby, and you don't think that and you think that I know how to speak English and it isn't somebody else doing it for me in a booth someplace. And there's nothing wrong with, listen, I want to just get this out of the way now. There's nothing, if you don't speak the English language, there's nothing. I barely speak the English language. You hear me? Like, I'm struggling here. I'm going to trip over every other word. I guarantee it, throughout this entire podcast. And it's going to be unlistenable, which is why it's also on a watching medium. So we can at least split the difference, and you guys can walk away with something from this, because me speaking is not going to cut the mustard. But what this guy is saying, or the other person somewhere else remotely is saying underneath of his recorded video footage, is that you don't like these ads. And the reason why you don't like these ads is, let's find out.
When you download it, it's a totally different game.
When you download it, it's a totally different game. Isn't that, it's so fucking crazy. That's insane. That's what I always say. I say I downloaded the game, and it's not the game that I downloaded. It's a totally different game that I downloaded. After I went to the link on the ad, I downloaded the game, and then it's a different game. Don't you experience that problem all the time?
True. That's so true.
It's so true.
Then,
like
said,
it's the, I don't know, it's maybe like the truest thing I've ever heard.
Thing, 50 million ads. You complete anything, million ads. Like, yeah, it's not even worth it sometimes. I'm like, I gotta trash this now.
So, okay, so from the top, let's real quick. I'm gonna go back for the last fucking time. I swear, I'm done rewinding after this. So at the top, we think this is what the game looks like, right?
To really drive you mad, huh? The game looks so fun in the ads.
Okay, that's what we think the game's gonna look like because they're showing game footage at the top of a game ad. But then he explains, these aren't like those other ads where you get the game and it's not the game. This is the ad that shows you the game that you're gonna get.
Finally found a game that is exactly the same as it shows.
So this looks nothing like the footage that they baited you with at the beginning, because I guess in some weird way they only showed that much better looking game footage of a much better looking game to basically tell you that that's not what you're getting with this. But this right here, this footage that we're going to show 12 seconds into this ad that you already skipped by now because you have a brain and you don't want to watch a fucking YouTube ad. At this point, if you're still here for some reason because you realize, hey, that guy's lips aren't lining up with what the fuck is supposed to be coming out of that man's mouth. If you made it to this point, what you're going to see now is the actual game, and this is not baiting you in any way. This is what you're going to get for free or otherwise. I don't know if this is free or not because I have not downloaded it myself. Maybe in the future we'll download this and play it, give it a look-see, see if it truly is the game that we're getting from this ad. But as we can see, this makes total sense. There, I see some water. I see some lava. I'm sorry, you can't see any of this, so it's my apologies. I'm not thinking, but now you can. And what we see here at this point, and now your screen is different. I'll fix that in a second. But Lorenzo, now that you can see it, we see water up here. This
is the one I see all the time.
And exactly, that's that ad that you've seen fucking 50,000 times. But this one's different because this is the actual game that you're gonna get with the download, right?
Oh.
Let me fix you real quick, and then we'll move on. We'll trek ahead. But what's normally your takeaway with these ads? Would you say?
Sometimes they look interesting, but I'd never get them. So, and they rarely look interesting, but sometimes.
So you never get them? Are you telling me? Don't be serious, please. This is a serious professional podcast. I need to know, man to man, are you telling me right now in confidence that you have never once downloaded a single one of these games?
Father, I come to you because I have sinned. I've never downloaded any of those
games.
Oh
my fucking God. You maniac. You piece of shit human being. How could you? As much time and effort as they put into these wonderful ads, you have not once taken the time to at least appraise the hard work they put into the production value. No part of this has been alluring enough for you to actually complete the mission, accomplish the objective set out upon the creation of these ads.
Look, I'm gonna tell you something. So I'm not the best at computer stuff, but I know people that are good at computer stuff can make something better than this. I mean, it probably like runs fast because it doesn't have and it doesn't take that much memory, I guess, because it's not too complicated. But
yeah,
I don't know. It's not appealing,
Not appealing.
Temple Run.
You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. Not appealing to Lorenzo. I mean, let's see. Let's see if this doesn't change your mind, because this is the game you're getting.
I want that treasure.
So he says.
Oh, not the right move. Treasure.
Okay, so he's like demonstrating how to play the game. Oh, not the right move. Treasure. So if we had to guess, the objective is to somehow get this. Hold on. No. I said I was going to rewind, but I'm so confused. So we got to get this guy right here to like to the treasure that's in here. I don't know if you can see my mouse or not.
I could see it at times.
And then there's like this thing in the middle here that could also possibly kill him somehow. Like so he has to get all the way to the treasure without unlocking the Minotaur thing with the axe.
I think he has to.
But also there's going to be lava and water that combine to make like molten rock.
He has to drown the Minotaur. Everyone knows that.
He has to drown the Minotaur and then walk over the Minotaur. Okay, that's pretty creative. And then unlock the... Okay, all right. I like it. See, I just don't understand you, because this all you're doing right now is convincing me to download the game, and I might just do that right as soon as we're done here. I might download it and play it.
I mean, if you want to, it's not like I get any type of compensation from
I forgot you have that's what you. You're playing the long game with me. You're playing the long game. You are playing me right now.
No,
here I am thinking I'm showing you something that you've never seen before. I forgot to even stream it to Discord, but I should have known. I should have known better when I forgot to stream it to Discord, and you were following along beat for beat with the ad. You knew exactly what was happening because you have some kind of backdoor deal with them. Well,
You think they called me on my lunch break today and offered me to get you to download the game for a large sum of money and percentage income? You think they did that? You think
it's a little too specific for me to say anything, but I do now. I do think that now. Because that was a little too, like, on the that.
I'm a creative person.
Clearly. Please feel free and involve me in that creativity next time some money comes your way in relation to the podcast. Please. And thank you.
Not the right move. Treasure.
So, it's not the right move, Treasure.
To pull this off. Evany, the King's Return.
Evany, the King's Return. Let the battle begin. So that's a pretty standard, shitty YouTube ad. Through and through. There's no, no ifs, ands, or buts about that. I mean, I know what I saw. I sure hope he's not lying, and that's the game I'm going to get when I download it, inevitably. Because the ad worked. It was stellar. Production quality and all. Oh my god, I'm so gassy. I loved it. And this is where it gets worse. Is all the ones after that point. So here's... Uh-oh. Hold the fuck on. Are you telling me... You guys can't see this yet. I went to click the link... to the Evany ad.
And
it's a knockoff Evany ad. Ladies and gentlemen, the yellow line, I'm not fucking with you here. This is an advertisement for a clone of Evany, the King's Return.
Yes.
Can I get a whoop whoop, please, Justin? Anybody?
Knockoff. That is so wild. That's so wild.
Let's give it a look-see.
Oh my gosh.
I'm in shock. My man's dying. And he didn't get the treasure either. Hero Wars. You know what we might could have to do?
Make a
Guys, didn't y'all believe that all...
I mean, we're not going to be able to make our own game, but I mean, we sure as hell could download like 50 of these and try them out and have like an Evany style tournament of champions, from like the full bracket, Hero Wars, Evany, Clash of fucking Lava and Water, whatever, all the names, all these games, because they get less and less creative as you go on, I'm sure. There's going to be an anime fucking variant, Weeb Wars. I think we give that a shot maybe later. Not to pitch something right here on scene, because I'm sure this is so interesting. But man, just in that I could click on an ad that I just want to watch. That's all I want to do is watch this one ad to get another ad for a clone of the game is simply astounding.
Because I mean, you like the initial, the original, so like, why not get a little preview?
Holy shit!
Yeah,
I just can't believe it.
All those puzzle ads were fake, and there's no such...
Okay. Let's go ahead and move me and you out the way, because this is where the real star making happens. This is where... Oh my goodness. This is where they just jump ship, anchors away, fucking... off the rails. Immediately, the spoken dialogue is just... well, you'll see for yourself. You'll see for yourselves. I'll stop talking.
Game, but today I finally found the game. Evany, the King's Return. That's right, guys. That's the exact game you always
Okay,
see
what
those
just
ads.
happened there? Hold on.
I'm not gonna
Hold
lie,
on.
I'm watching the guy.
Let's get a
talk.
play-by-play now. Let's go ahead and slow it down. Slow it down. That might be too slow. Let's get it at 0.5, half speed.
Always seeing those ads. I've seen enough of their videos. Today, I'm gonna play it.
All right. So we got half those words, right? That lined up maybe. If you weren't looking too closely or playing at a half speed, you might, or if you were like just anxiously waiting to skip this at the moment you were able to, you might have missed it. But I think he maybe like lip synced to like half of those words. So he's halfway there now. He's gone from like 90% accuracy to now it's questionable. Now we're getting into like dicey territory. Again, I don't want to sit here and pick apart the man's, lip sync abilities, but man, at the end of the day, it's an ad. This has to be crisp, clean. It's got to be on the money because you want people to go and download this game. The game that, mind you, is the one that you're going to get when you download this. So he says. But can I take his word for it? Because he can't even take his own words or say them.
He sounds like a trustworthy guy, and I'm definitely not saying that because the company
Okay,
called me
moving on. Here we go. Let's go and just watch this. I'm sick and tired of this. I'm so pissed. I wasn't involved in the contract negotiations. Nothing. I'm just gonna talk over this really, because I don't want you to get jack shit from this. I don't even want to think that you got even so much as a cent or a whiff of a fucking half of a hay penny from this shit. Because frankly, I'm miffed. I'm miffed at the idea that you would go behind my back and sign deals.
Well,
I am the C in L&C. Do you realize this?
I tried to talk you in. They weren't going for it. They're
this
like,
isn't the fucking Lorenzo Makes All the Money podcast, and Christian gets to sit on his ass and suck on his thumb like a little bitch, while everyone else makes all the fucking money. Podcast. That's not what this is.
I said you could sell my clams that
your clams. Oh my god. Wow.
Because I didn't want the clams. I was like, you could have my clams. You could sell the clams. So I didn't want the clams. Remember?
How generous of you. I'll be waiting for those clams and that cheese in the mail. I'm sure they'll arrive at the same time for just the most beautiful aroma I've ever smelled in my life.
Yeah, do you think those go well together?
On a hot early fall day.
Oh no.
My god.
How could you? Terrible.
How could you? This bit is getting out of control. I'm actually getting mad at the prospect of you making money off of any of this without me.
I did it for us.
For us. Oh sure, yeah. For us.
If one of us makes it, we all make it.
For us or for us without the S? Could you answer me that? So I'm thinking it's more of you, for you.
Oh no, not you. He doesn't get any part of the deal.
Oh, okay, good. As long as you's not fucking in on it too, because then that's where I draw the line. If it's you and you, the big you.
Come on, let me get the treasure.
This is the one I clicked on today. So this is present day. They're still making these. They're still churning them out like hotcakes because these ads are clearly working. People are downloading this game. You're getting paid. I wish I didn't know about that because that kind of ruined the whole thing I had set up for this. I was kind of just gonna go in, but now I just don't want to show any more of it. But I'll just show this from start to finish, and then we'll move on, so that you make as little money as possible, and we can just kind of get on with things. But clearly these are working because they keep making them.
Ebony, I hate you. I love you.
No, it was so.
The glow up. My man has a full. He's got the cow T-shirt. He's got the lighting. He's still doing this deal with the hair and the beard mustache thing, But he's got the watches with and the iPhone and the oh my god, and look at the I just love it. I love this for him. I wish I knew him. I'd shake his hand. I'd say, you know what, you got me. And look at the game. The game is getting better and better. Is this, what update are we on? Are we on 3.9? What's going on here? We got the keys are still there, the little gauntlet hand cursor, and now we got this little fucking dude. Is that like a molten jaguar thing? Ugh.
Close.
Terrifying.
This treasure's gonna be mine.
This treasure's gonna be hers. We got POC representation in the house, ladies and gentlemen. We have in the house POC representation on some Ebony, the King's Return. Can we get an amen, please, ladies and gentlemen? Amen. Preach it.
Oh no!
Doesn't sound anything. I'm not saying she has to sound a certain way. Okay, let's just get that out of the way right now. She does not have to sound any type of way, but she definitely does not sound like that. She doesn't sound like that. At least get a lady in the booth who sounds like that, please. Who sounds the way that this lady looks. The lips, the vocal cords, none of it makes any sense. None of it. No part of this whatsoever. I demand action. Somebody get a hold of these people and tell them how badly they're doing these actors wrong. Because I guarantee you, maybe they haven't even seen these ads. They said, hey, how about you come on down? We're going to shoot a little thing. You'll get $50 at the end. That's it. You don't even have to. But I don't speak English very well. You don't have to. Listen, it's not about that. We just need the video. Because we got TikTok, we got Movie Magic that we'll make it right in the end. All we need is the video of your beautiful, beautiful face. And just we need to capture the turmoil of playing this game, of not getting the gold, and then all is well. And they go, okay, I don't speak English, but I try. And then they get in there, and they do her dirty, and they put the whitest bitch in the booth, and just totally do her whole lineage wrong. Her entire family.
That's it. That's exactly how I went. I was there.
We talk all the time about, okay, blackface, Aboriginal, Indigenous American face, but how about white voice? Can we do something about white voice in the Ebony King's Return community? Just totally misrepresenting. Totally misrepresenting these people's their core.
How could this be?
Ebony is truly a fine strategy game. Download.
Holy shit. They can't even. They're supposed to say this in sync? Are they supposed to say this in sync? You're telling me they. Okay, hold on. You're telling me they couldn't even get the people in the booth to say it at the same time? Right, hold on. This is the last time I rewind. I promise.
Ebony is truly a fine strategy game.
Did you get that?
That's the thing. They started off well, and then it just went to shit, and I'm like, yeah, what is going on?
It just fell apart. It just fell apart.
It's like a soggy sandwich.
It just fell apart. It just did not last for more than 2 seconds. They really had it, and they lost it. Holy shit.
And then it went downhill. Oh my gosh.
Oh my god, I'm crying. Man.
No.
Art. Truly. Unlike any I've ever seen, but art nonetheless. What a wild ride. I clicked on that, like I said earlier today, just because, I wanted to blast from the past.
Oh my god.
And it just made me think about how terrible that first episode we did was on account of my audio. And
it was good content still.
It was good content. It was great content. It was great content.
Pleasing to my auditory organs.
Oh yeah, of course. And to whoever's in the audience right now, I think we have at least 1 or 2 viewers currently. But if you'd like to contribute, we now have we have chat functionality. It's gonna be on the screen over here, whereabouts on this fucking on this shit, and then on this one, it's gonna be right smack in the middle. So the show, you'll be the star of the show when we go here.
Ooh.
If you have something to say it. Don't keep it to yourself. And yeah, I'm excited to introduce chat functionality into the podcast.
I love it. We're evolving.
So that, we can have an open dialogue. Nothing's off limits except for, something I say is off limits. Pretty much. Other than that, it's fair game.
Let's just use like a little bit of common sense. I think we know what's off limits,
Yeah.
I think we know.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're not gonna make a list.
Yeah. Should I say it all out loud? Should I just make it like a, like a spoken sort of like precursor to what you can't say here? I'll just say it all out loud once, get it out of the way, and then we can move on from there. Or are we just gonna operate? Are we just gonna operate on that? Everyone should know better.
Yeah, we're gonna use we're in the I want to say the triangle of trust, but like what's something that has like
I'm hoping it's gonna be an even bigger shape because we're gonna have such a large audience that we're gonna run out of sides to this polygon. It's gonna eventually just look like a giant circle because you're gonna have to zoom out on it so wide, or it's gonna have so many sides that it's gonna look like
a circle of trust. I like it.
The circle of trust.
I was gonna say like a centigram or something, like 100.
That sounds satanic, like, oddly.
That's.
I don't like that. I don't like that. And actually, let's add that to the list of words not to type in the chat ever, especially not 3 times. Certainly not 3 times. Like what would you say earlier? Fucking beetlefish, beetlefish, and whatever the fuck gram you just said. Let's go ahead and strike those from the record.
Oh, no.
On the Discord, which I'm working on, and we'll have members and shit. I'll have a list of words you cannot say. Thusly, you will be banned for saying or typing. All right. Moving on. Next up on the itinerary, we're already 47 minutes in. Good Lord. I'm not saying we have to hurry up, but we're just having a great time, aren't we? Jesus.
I fucking like it. I mean, I'm getting a lot of money from like the last.
Okay, shut the fuck up. So we have Rapper Book Club. Rapper Book Club. It's not often I'll read these titles aloud, but this is something you brought to the table, and I'm excited to learn about it. So, please, without further ado, what's going on with Rapper Book Club?
I'm gonna tell the people. So one of my favorite rappers is a Chicago rapper named No Name. I first discovered her in 2015. The song was called Reality Check, featuring Aaron Allen Kane and I think no, who else was in it? I forget who else was in it, but it's a really good song. It was in the movie Us. Yeah, the Jordan Peele movie. Okay. The little girl, she had it in her earphones, her earpod, but earphones. Yeah. But I saw Nope, like Us. It came out way after.
Nope, Us, Get Out.
Yeah, same thing. I haven't seen Nope, but I want to see it. I want to. But yeah.
You know what I said to Nope on seeing it?
What?
I said Nope. And I didn't see it.
You're so corny. Oh my gosh. No,
well, it's not that I didn't want to. It's just that I didn't make it out to see it, and I'm kind of just like broke all the time. And it was just one of those I felt like I could skip. But my mom and Reggie in here, they saw it, and
we can see it together. In like a few
I don't think they liked it. So
no,
I heard mixed reviews on it. Some people really, really love it. They say it's his best yet. Some people say it was a bunch of donkey doo doo, and that it was kind of just weird.
I heard good things. No, I like. So here's the thing too. It might be his best because I feel like Us was better than Get Out.
I didn't see Us either. I didn't see Us either.
I saw that twice in theaters. Us is an amazing movie.
Really?
It's
okay.
Amazing. This is such a good movie.
Okay, all right.
Movie. It's fantastic.
I'll check that out too. I'll have to look that up on one of the streamers. But go on. So this was featured in Us, one of her songs.
Yes. Indeed. So a phenomenal Chicago
And what's her name
rapper.
again? I'm sorry. No Name?
Her name Her name is No Name. When I first discovered her,
That's some
I
name.
think it was. I know.
Some
I
would
had
even say that's no name at all. No name for a lady. Certainly, no doubt. No name for a lady.
That's actually good. I like that. Oh my god. No, I think I discovered
Thank you for
her
liking
on
my
spin
fucking
Willow.
terrible ass joke. Appreciate it.
No, that was actually good. I like the puns because I think I had one earlier and I lost it. But
Okay, so I'm kind of like recollecting them up, even though I didn't hear them prior. I like it. They call me the fucking the pun salvage, the fucking pun collector. I'm like the Riddler, but I keep all the shit that the Riddler fucking thought was way too fucking bad, and usually his shit is way too bad to begin with. So the fact that he gave up on it really says something about me and my integrity of humor.
No, you're very determined, and you know when you can make something, you can make a bad thing better. You know.
I'm just trying to make a no name for myself. I mean, a name. Please go on.
No. So the last album she dropped was 2018, 2019, called Room 25. Was it 22? It was 22. Room 22. Hold up, I'm about to Google this.
Don't ask me. This is all you.
I know. You think I know? I'm so terrible. I swear it's 22.
Hey. If you don't know, I sure as hell don't know.
I know. You think I know? It's 25. It is 25.
Okay.
I knew it. I didn't. But some of her songs are just like song 22 and stuff like that. And I think one of those is one I really like. So it's called Room 25. Okay, and it's a really good album. I love it. You know what I'm saying? I like all her stuff. Everything she touches. Fantastic artist. And she also has this book club, in which you could go on the website nonamebooks.com. She has you could shop for books by Black authors. She has this Patreon, which I was a part of it, but then I hopped off because I was temporarily not making money. I need to hop back on, but I also gotta pay off some debts first, so I'm gonna hop back on.
Yeah, I had to do that with a few people as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna hop on by 2023. I'm gonna be back on because I gotta pay some stuff on, and I have no clue where I have extra money to spend. So you could do. I think one's like $1 for real, but I think one's like 5 and one's 10. It's not even that much. But like I said, I'm kind of pinching these pennies like a crab, you know.
Okay.
But no, so you got the 10. You know, they got different names for the Patreon levels. I'm gonna go back to throwing a 5. But she has a program where she sends books to people in prison, which I think is pretty fantastic because that's honestly what people need. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
some not only entertainment, but you're learning and you're getting content that's relatable to you. You know?
Sure. Yeah. So this is her website, right? nonamebooks.com.
Indeed.
Where I guess you can check out just what all they're doing to uplift Black voices I think just in America and in prisons and elsewhere.
She's a real activist. She does a good amount of stuff. I remember back, I think in summer of 2020, there was this whole thing between like her and Jerquelius Cole. It wasn't really a thing, but you know what I'm saying. But Cole shouted her out on Twitter. He was like, "Hey, you know what I'm saying? She's a real activist. She's out here doing real stuff. Like, go check out her stuff. Go support her and whatnot." And I was like, "That's what I'm talking about. Quality people right there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Misunderstandings don't last long. Quality people, they get stuff settled."
Good. Yeah. I see they have a monthly, like a book of the month type deal.
Yeah.
For the book club. Toni Morrison. Some Dorothy Roberts.
For the Patreon, they'll send it through. You get you get extra perks depending on your level. Like I said, I'm gonna hop back on it there because I I look through some of this stuff, and I have a list of like books that I want to get actually, and it put me on to new black authors to look into. I have a list of like books I'm gonna get, but like also, so I have some, and then I have like, but I have a bunch of books I haven't read yet. So when I read those, that's when I'll start getting more. I gather too many at once without finishing them. But just like that sometimes.
All right. Well, thank you very much for the for uplifting voices. And I just realized this, and you have in here included the Patreon and everything. So there's a Patreon. You can find that somewhere, I'm sure. If not on the website, I'm sure look up No Name on Patreon. Find it. But I noticed now 2 of these subjects already, so not only are you making money directly, but you're also like redirecting money elsewhere. I mean, what's the deal? Are you just don't want to do this anymore? Is that what's happening? Like, you don't want me to like have any will to go on or do this with you if I'm not gonna, I mean, like, the goal isn't to just profit solely. Right, but if I know that you're making something on like the back end, and that you're helping other people before like I'm even like a thought, then that's really gonna affect our rapport and how this goes, going forward. And I just don't like your thoughts on that, maybe.
So the deal is they're supposed to
like I'm
redirect
crying.
money
I'm in tears
into the podcast. I'm trying to get us a engineer to. So that they could do all the stuff that you do, and then they could monitor it, make sure it sounds good, all the yada yada, do all the chat stuff. I'm trying to. They're supposed to funnel the money back into progressing the podcast. That's what it is.
So I'm gonna get in touch with No Name and see if she's gonna like send some of that my way, and we'll see just how true any of that is. I'm excited. Excited to see a little something. Seeing as how you're making a little bit of everything off of this. Wow, just the things we're discovering live on air. Wow, truly. I'm about to get real. I'm like gonna get real petty when I like lock it down. The email, the podcast rights, the whole thing. I'll take you to court over this if I have to. Even if you made $5 stinky dollars off of this, I'm taking every last one. You better believe, because you didn't want to share. Because you didn't want to share $250 with me. I will get vindictive as hell. So now back to something that I suggested. We're kind of like doing a back and forth thing. I figured trade off. If I knew you were getting paid for it, I'd make you do all the work. But before I knew that, I've thought we'd evenly contribute. So now I want to introduce a segment that has kind of been on the back of my mind for some time. That's the back of my mind is just me kind of like loosely touching my hair. For those of you who can't see, that's what I did to demonstrate the back of my mind. This is something near and dear to my heart. And it's something I have called now Christian's Bug Corner. Bug Corner, the name subject to change indefinitely, and then I want to have a theme song. I want to have a graphic. It's going to be a whole thing. I can see it now. It's going to be beautiful. Balmer's Bug Corner, Christian's Bug Corner, something like that. Something silly, goofy.
You should call it Bug Border.
Bug Border. We don't need to get racy with it. We don't need. I don't want to make this political whatsoever. The bugs. I'm talking about bugs over here already. Bugs. I'm not talking about. Green card bugs. None of that. This is bugs. All bugs matter. Can we agree? All bugs matter. Wow.
I don't like.
You heard it here first, folks. On the show, all bugs do not, in fact, matter. Some bugs matter more than others. Some less. Some not at all.
bed bugs or wasp, or I could probably name a lot. Like, what do stink bugs do?
Okay, those are fair. Now, would you say that bed bugs are the Jews of the bug community?
I didn't say that.
because you gas them to get rid of them.
Oh my god. We just got canceled.
Oh no.
Oh my god.
It's a joke. It's a bad joke. It's a bad joke.
I don't think that works neither. You're supposed to.
But you do that to wasps. You do that to basically every pest. Again,
well,
so I asked.
Wasps, you got to use the foam because the foam doesn't let them fly.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
No. Yeah. I said I didn't want to get the racist or anything, but this is a conspiracy podcast.
Well,
we are going to delve into the truth next time.
Is a religion. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We're talking about religious Jews, not cultural Jews.
I think it's still just as bad to say something like I did. I don't think it makes a difference.
Yeah. No, I
religious
thought about it.
persecution
like, no, saving that one.
is probably just as bad as racial prejudice.
I guess, yeah.
Let's go ahead and scrap all that. I'll cut it later. It never happened. Justin, you hear me? Never happened.
No, it never.
Christian's Bug Corner. It's a segment I'd like to introduce now. The inaugural Christian's Bug Corner segment. Basically, kind of like the alternative living segment that we sort of established earlier with the bamboo house thing that we did last time and everything, and like the vegan living future segments we'll do. This one is all about me and my hobbies. I don't know if you can call it a hobby, but it's something that I enjoy doing on occasion, that I know next to nothing about, but I like to learn about, you know, just like little factoids about insects and things that I find out in nature and on my way to work or on my way back from work. And I don't really go outside any other time other than those two instances. So we'll just talk about whatever bug or insect of the week I find or is in the back of my mind, to again feeling my hair and to demonstrate that. And just kind of, you know, fill you guys in, let you guys know. And maybe you'll learn something. Hey, maybe you'll learn a thing or two. I might too, because like I said, I know next to nothing about any of the stuff I talk about relating to bugs. I just kind of like find one. I go, oh, that's cute. It didn't poison me. That's great too. It didn't try to like suck my fucking, the blood out of me. I love that for you, bug. And then I learn a thing or two, and then I let it go. I release it into the wild. So I'd like to do that with you all here. And as part of our inaugural Bug Corner segment, I would like to introduce to you all a familiar face if you're from the DMV, I want to say anywhere in the country, virtually. These little guys are so fucking prevalent, especially right now in the fall. You're going to see a ton of these little dudes because they are no fucking joke. Let's go ahead and go over to the screen, shall we? You have likely seen one or two of these if you're from, like I said, DC, Maryland, Virginia.
Caterpillar is one of our orange and
the Eastern Tent Caterpillar. Does that look familiar to you?
It's so sad because there's like a million of them, and there'll be like a bunch of dead ones on the ground from getting ran over.
Yeah.
It's just kind of sad.
So we'll go over that
everywhere.
We'll go over that a little bit later. I have that set up, but yeah, you do see these little things every fucking where. They are not few and far between.
It's
in
really
fact, they are many and not far at all from one another.
Play with in Florida. The caterpillars live inside of.
You're gonna see a ton of these on the side of the highways, folks. And no, they are not Spider-Man's sexual release. They are, in fact, these little guys' abodes. This is where they live. They live and quite literally just rape the trees of like nutrients and everything that they need to survive. And they just do it in these god awful fucking little silk huts. These tents, if you will, the Eastern Tent Caterpillar in these tents. They dangle from trees. You'll literally see brush and trees hanging on for dear life as these monstrous web ball sacks drag them down to the ground below.
Tents that look like spider webbing that's kind of been pushed together. Inside the tents are
You can see one kind of clinging to the outside here, but there's a shit ton in there. That all that black shit is their compost, and then usually there'll be a ton of them climbing around in there. Like I say, eating the leaves, going in and out, kind of like an anthill, but they're not actually like contributing to one another. They're out there foraging for themselves.
are just where the caterpillars are living while they feed on the trees. The most common trees to get tents are wild cherries and our...
Now this is in Florida, so as far down as Florida on the East Coast, you'll see these guys. And like I said, climate is a big thing. This is around the season where you'll see these. Like I said, I would not doubt for a second that you'll start seeing a shit ton of these, like Lorenzo said, like just matted on the ground or fucking like everywhere and anywhere. These guys exist. They are real fighters.
And a whole bunch of their frass, which is a fancy word for poop. You're likely to see these caterpillars when they leave the tent to look for a place to pupate. So the caterpillars will crawl up.
Now, I always have fond memories of these because when I was in elementary school, I went to this private school, which means it was already like challenging from the get. Like all these people were like extra special, like they really were, silver spoon type deal, antisocial. So I was out there making friends with the caterpillars because of course I couldn't make friends with these private school fucking Riris. Pardon. And I was out there picking up Caterpies and Weedles and fucking before I even knew what Pokemon was. I was catching them all, baby. You better believe it. And this guy, no shortage of these. Like we said, they're everywhere. All over the playground were these guys. And I'd have like 5 or 6 at a time crawling all over my arm. Because I was dumb as fuck. You're not supposed to touch caterpillars, right? None of you guys. Never touch a caterpillar, ever. Unless it's one of these. Then by all means, let them crawl all over you. Why not? Why not touch a caterpillar? Let me tell you why the fuck not. Because they're all trying to kill you. Caterpillars want you to die. They want you to not live anymore and breathe. And let me tell you why. Because they're so vulnerable. Like what are they going to do? They don't really like bite or anything. All they have are these little hairs, these little fucking prongs
or something
sticking off of them. And it's always safe to assume, the saying is, say it with me, hairy is scary. Yes, scary. You got it. And the reason is because, like you said, these are typically going to be poisonous. So, but whether or not you see one with a bunch of hairs sticking off it or not, I would advise strongly against touching it because you never know what kind of allergic reaction you're going to get, or if it is venomous, if it administers venom via bite, or otherwise. You certainly don't want to be on the wrong end of that. Find yourself on a trail. Oh, it's a cute little fucking caterpillar. I just want to hold it. And then next thing you know, EMTs can't get to you for 40 minutes and you're going into anaphylactic shock because you were the dumbass that wanted to have an Instagram moment with a fucking caterpillar, with a worm. Just let it crawl around. Let it live its life. You don't need to hold everything. Okay? Don't learn the hard way. But these guys, please, by all means, hold them, toss them around. Throw a couple back if you're crazy, if you're shoe nice, if you're fucking one of those. Have a mukbang. If you're in,
yeah, I don't know about those.
If you're in Malaysia and you got the walk going, live on TikTok style,
up on your home or even on your car. So while these caterpillars don't sting,
that's what I used to do though. I used to just have them crawling around on me. I'm like, hey, look, guys, I have found some caterpillars, and they'd be like, whoa, you're fucking disgusting, what a freak. Why the fuck are you holding that? It's a miracle I didn't die as a child.
Should be very careful when you pick up other caterpillars because there are some
see, look, she's talking about it right now. She said, please be careful. These guys, we see a lot of these on the Cascades Trail out in Blacksburg.
Oh, snap.
Yeah, crawling around all those fucking hiking trails out there. Fucking yeah, a lot of these with the white fur and the fucking dots and shit. The more colorful they are too, the chances are the more fucking dangerous. I guarantee it. Don't go anywhere fucking near it.
species that do have hairs that can cause irritation.
All right. So this lady's got it.
So make sure you know the species that you're
Make sure you know the species before you touch it. All right. Yada, yada, yada. Blah, blah, blah.
I'm gonna tell you what. You'll never catch me touching any type of nothing. It just don't happen. It just don't happen.
Really?
It's never happened. It will never happen. I don't do that. I don't do the letting things touch me.
No,
I know people that do, and I'm like, hey, that's all right. But like, ain't no touching me.
Unless I'm like 100% on it, like this thing that I held all my life. Yeah, you won't catch me just picking shit up, especially not like spiders and fucking,
Oh my god! You know what's the worst? The big butt spiders. Oh my god! The bigger the spider, the more disgusting it is, for real. The legs be long and they just be moving so fast. Yeah. I'm like, yo.
Like I remember when I was out over there with you, I found one of those orb weavers, those big guys. We might do one of or ladies, sorry, Big Berthas, I should say, because they are all women. The big ones.
Yeah, the bigger ones are girls, yeah.
But we should do one on that because that thing was massive. I put it in a little, like, to go take home rice container and put some chopsticks in there sideways, and she already made a web in there. She was getting it going. Thought she was going to catch some gnats. I put a couple flies in there, watched her go. That shit was crazy. And then on my trip out here, 4 hours away, I released her into this environment. It's not invasive whatsoever. They're everywhere, so don't come for me. But no, it was a fun trip. She kept me company.
Oh my god!
I just wanted to show my mom, get a little scream out of her, and then I fucking
I'm like,
sent the spider on her way. Yeah, it was good too. I think I recorded it. I might find that too.
Oh my god, no.
If I did, I've recorded a bunch of things like that. So if it wasn't that, I'll find something else to show y'all. But here's another clip of the Eastern Tent Caterpillar. Just get y'all guys an image. So I researching videos for this, I'd actually never seen a caterpillar molt or shed its skin to grow, or not a caterpillar I guess I was familiar with doing. So these are the ones you see like all over the place. It's one thing to just see one on like the Animal Planet, but it's another thing to see one that you're like somewhat familiar with doing some shit like this. It's honestly, or at least I thought it was honestly really interesting. So it's like,
doing it now?
It's doing it right now. It's getting it going. He's like, get this shit off of me. And you see him opening up there.
Oh.
And climbing out essentially of his own skin and regrowing.
It looks like it's taking a minute. Huh?
Being reincarnated.
If they had a nervous system like that, I'd wonder if it hurts, but bugs can't feel pain.
Yeah, I wonder too. I imagine it doesn't. I imagine it's just fucking.
No, they can't feel pain. They don't have the nervous system.
Yeah.
That's why crabs be losing arms, because they don't feel that shit neither.
But so
like,
cool.
imagine if we had to do that. That would suck.
No, for sure.
Oh my god, I'd never do it. I'd be like, nah, I'm straight.
No, I'd just stay a baby forever. I'd be like the boss baby, walking around in a suit and shit. And like, hey, I didn't want to molt. I'm sorry, I just didn't want to do it. Y'all have fun though up there with your big penises and whatnot. I'm gonna stay down here in my baby suit.
Oh my god.
Here's the
Wait!
Oh, I got an ad going.
Grammarly helps
But here
you clean up
is
your
the
messy
Eastern Tent Caterpillar leaving its cocoon, turning into a man, or a moth, I should say. And look at that.
I used to think that the hairy ones were always moths and the non-hairy ones were butterflies.
Now I don't know if there's that good of a distinction. That might be something else to research. Like I said, I'm no expert, so I know next to nothing on any of this, but I do wonder how to identify a butterfly larva from a fucking moth larva or caterpillar.
How do I know if it's a dust stocks or a beautifly?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I get
Not
you. Dust stalks are beautiful, exactly. We're talking only technical scientific terms here on the show.
Of course.
The guys talking weedles, caterpies, the whole nine. What is weedle? That's Beedrill, right? If he turns into Beedrill.
Yeah, weedle, cascoon, kakuna, and Beedrill.
Oh no, what's the one butterfly with the fucking red eyes?
That's Beautifly. No, that's Butterfree.
Butterfree is the fucking one with the blue eyes. So it's Butterfree or Dustox.
You talking about Venomoth? That comes from Venonat. Venonat and Venomoth.
Okay, now you're confusing the fuck out of me. All right.
No.
This is Poke Corner now. We've left Bug Corner. We're in Poke Corner now. Okay.
So Caterpie, Metapod, Butterfree.
Oh, it's Caterpie to Butterfree.
Yeah, Caterpie, Metapod, Butterfree. I'm pretty sure it's Wurmple, Kakuna, Beedrill.
Wurmple.
And then
Wurmple.
No, but
what the fuck does Wurmple look like? I'm blanking on Wurmple's.
It's like pink with a horn.
Life.
Hold up, but who turns into Dustox?
Okay, hold on. Let me find more. Okay, yeah. So it's all right. I fucking figured it out. It's Wurmple.
Yeah.
Wurmple becomes either.
Oh no, he's Dustox or Beautifly.
Yeah, Dustox or Beautifly.
So who's Beedrill?
Beedrill is Weedle.
Weedle. Oh, Weedle. Yes, Weedle. That's it. Their names are so familiar.
Oh my fucking god, yes.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
And then, like you said, Venonat to Venomoth, whatever.
To Venomoth, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
We got it eventually, folks. We figured it out. There's so many fucking bug Pokemon.
You're all welcome. Yeah, because Wurmple is Cascoon in Dustox and Silcoon in Beautifly.
Now, stemming from what you remembered about this insect, I have this video here demonstrating the nightmare that is the term I've coined, the caterpile. Now you can just see like the fucking just utter mayhem.
Yo, oh my god!
Of these everywhere. This isn't the worst of it.
No, oh my god.
These are just on the wall, right?
I wouldn't know what to do.
I'm talking bodies on bodies on bodies.
Oh my god.
They're just having a rave. Dancing around. Look at that shit. Just everywhere.
Yo.
Every fucking where. They can't hurt you at all. They're totally harmless. But they will eat all of your crops, all of your fucking everything. They just drain it all. Devouring everything. Look at that. Look at that shit.
I see.
That you can't even see the ground there. It's just fucking countless worms. Like I said, just the caterpile. That's mine. I came up with it first. Fuck off. Caterpile. I love it.
We got a what's it? We got a pendant. What's it? We got a what's it called?
You gotta do that to it.
Yeah.
You gotta patent it. You gotta
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Well, yeah, that's basically it. Pretty cool.
Oh my god.
A pest native to North America. Populations fluctuate from year to year, with outbreaks occurring every several years. Defoliation of trees, building of unsightly silken nests in trees, and wandering caterpillars crawling over plants, walkways, and roads cause this insect to be a pest in the late spring and early summer. Well, it's very interesting that now they're kind of cropping up at the end of summer, but with climate change and whatnot. A lot of insects, bugs, pests, can't really seem when and where to reemerge. They haven't decided. So if you do see some of these unsightly nests here and there in the trees, you'll know exactly what's going on. These guys are just a little confused right now. This is what the eggs look like. If you ever catch one of these on a tree, it's not a tree with cancer. It's in fact an egg deposit from one of these caterpillars or moths. And now here's the moth. Here's the thing. And ta-da, that's the whole thing. Great. A little bit over on that. A little bit overtime, but hey, the more you know. We'll have a song, we'll have a whole deal. Like I said, we're gonna this shit is gonna be tight. It's gonna be clean.
Have a little rainbow. The more.
Well, what do you think? So before today, and really, I mean this week, because like I said, I would never just today on a whim present something like this.
Ridiculous, preposterous.
We'll say, just fucking fuck. What's the word? See, now I'm blanking on words. What am I trying to say? That it's like, I don't actually mean today, but like the colloquial today,
Like, I think today works. I mean, like, because time is just a man-made concept. Like, you know what I'm saying? You'd be like, oh, I did this a minute ago.
With the understanding that time is a concept and that we live in a society, I'll say that today, hypothetically, before today, I didn't know what the name of that thing even was, that caterpillar, or what moth it turned into. I wouldn't even be able to tell you what the moth looked like, or if it turned into a beautifly or not, And now I know. So hopefully you guys learned something. I'm sure you've all seen those fucking nasty ass web nests, and now you know. But there's one more part to the segment which I'd like to introduce here now, and that is the conclusion to the Bug Corner, which I would like to pen. Save, squeal, or squash to the audience. If you encountered one of these caterpillars or moths in the wild, in their natural environment, in any circumstance, I'll leave it up to the imagination. If it was like the fucking bug apocalypse that you saw there, or if it was even one or two, because there's some sadistic freaks out there, or if they even see one of these bad guys, would you do one of the following? Would you save it? Would you happen upon it on a sidewalk somewhere and knowing it doesn't belong there and that it's in peril? Would you take it upon yourself to return it to its natural environment? Would you squeal like a little bitch and run in the opposite direction, wishing you'd never seen it in the first place? Or would you deem it necessary to squash? Would you take it upon yourself to end this creature's life upon encountering it in the wild?
I myself, it depends. Like, if it's just one, and I think it might get stepped on, if I have like a piece of cardboard or paper,
but you're not going to touch it with your hands. Smart man.
I will never touch anything with my hands ever.
Really? I didn't know this.
I could have gloves on, and I would still need something for it to like.
Wow,
crawl. Like,
vegan wouldn't even touch this pretty cute little caterpillar. It's totally harmless. We've established this. This one's harmless. The other ones, I get it.
It is not.
Don't even take the risk. But this one is harmless.
That's not what I do.
This one won't bite you. Nothing.
It's not my brand.
Wow.
It's not my brand.
But you say if you had a vessel to transport it on, you would do so. You'd take a stick or like a piece of cardboard.
I'd do it.
And helivac it out of the danger zone.
Yeah.
Okay, now what if it's in the house? What if it's in your bedroom? It's already crawling on you.
Where? Oh my God.
We established it's harmless. It fell from the ceiling onto your chest, and you wake up to the subtle thump of the caterpillar writhing on your chest, on your bare chest, because you sleep naked, as we've established in prior episodes. What are you doing at that point? Are you flinging this thing to its inevitable demise?
My hand is like strategically like
a tomato to the wall.
It's gonna fly. Oh my God!
How dare you?
Oh my God!
The vegan community looks down at you in shame at this moment, harming natural life.
I would flip out. Oh my God!
So maybe that's the fucking the test. We'll see. Okay, if it's outside, what are you gonna do? And then what if it's literally on your body? or in your
Oh my
house? What if it's
God.
invaded
No.
your personal space?
If
What do you do then?
anything's on my body, it's going to die. I saw a mosquito hawk. I was laying down on
Yeah.
the floor. A mosquito hawk was flying, and I think I was talking on the phone. I took my phone and I hit it because it was coming near me. It was flying, and I hit it, and I found it. This was the other day. I found it yesterday. It died
Oh no!
from the impact of
You
my phone
discovered the
hitting
body
it
after
out
the
the air.
fact at the scene of the crime.
Yeah, it was coming to me. I was like, "Yo, back up! Don't
You said,
get
and you
near
said, what
me."
was it? A mosquito hawk?
A mosquito hawk, they look like flying spiders, like flying
Oh
daddy
yeah, yeah.
longlegs.
Well, I call those mosquito eaters. I never heard hawk.
Yeah. I
Yeah, I hate those.
I didn't want to.
Those things look so fucking nasty.
It was too close. I'm like, you know Chappelle's show with the Real House with Dylon, and he was choking Wyclef. I was like, you're too close. You're too close. No. Oh my
man.
God.
No, those things are fucking
I don't
disgusting.
like things touching me. I don't like things.
And they're
near
like
me.
so
I like my
stringy and
space.
fucking.
Yo.
They're
I
like
don't like
jellyfish
the long
without the
legs,
fucking
bruh.
pretty factor.
Yes. I don't like the long legs. I don't like spiders. I don't like them. I don't want nothing touching me. I don't like centipedes and shit. I don't fuck
Well,
with all the
thankfully,
legs and
if I
shit.
might tease the next time I bring back this segment, I'm thinking of doing it, going a little haywire, even though this is Bug Corner. I'm thinking of bringing in something of an outsider, as today. If you've seen my Snapchat stories, you'll know that I often document these creatures in the wild as I encounter them. Cute or not. Because I think they're all cute. I think they're all adorable, and they deserve to have their stories told. But today I found this little guy, and we'll see if he wants to show his face for the audience. I gotta find him
Where's
first.
he at?
But I found him on my way into work after a rainy night. It had been early morning, around 8 o'clock, when I walked in. And on the side of my building, next to the entrance, was this guy. And he was all dried up against the wall, as they do. They like to just cling to the wall or whatever surface they were on last and await the next rainfall or await a more moisture. So if that's morning dew, what have you, they wait it out. So he was in his dry hibernation state, and that is my buddy Gary here. Gary the what, ladies and gentlemen? You already know it. It's gonna be hard to see, but he's in this little enclosure. I am looking at him right now. He's got these cute little eyeballs looking at me sideways. Don't you look at me like that, Gary, you little bitch. I saved your goddamn life. He was gonna burn up out there, and he almost did. But on my way out, I captured him. I mean, saved him. And now he's in my little bottle with some lettuce that was going bad. He's making quick work of this lettuce. And tomorrow I'll release him into the grass after I observe him overnight. He's such a cutie pie. And I call him he because I believe there are no male or female snails. I think they're all just kind of like doing their thing. I want to be sure about that, but I won't fact check myself just yet. I'll save it for next time. Next time on Christian's Bug Corner, we will visit mollusks, snails of probably one type, probably land snails, and whatever type Gary here is. Not to be confused with a sea snail. I'll figure out what type he is, where he comes from, where he belongs, and we'll put him there.
I like it. It
Put
sounds
them there together as a family. All right.
Go on, be free.
Now, lastly, we have something about. So we're gonna really delve into hypothetical scenarios here because I hope what you're not getting at is that the world is ending. That certainly can't be true.
The world has always been ending since creation because everything is finite. Except for this is infinite. This will go on forever and ever.
I sure hope so. As long as I'm making no money off of it, I sure hope to be doing this for the rest of my life. As long as I'm the only one not making a dime off of this, I sure hope to be doing it forever, infinitely.
Yeah, we're gonna be making money by 2023 the latest once it gets popping. You know what I'm saying? Because right now we're like a bag of unpopped popcorn. But before we go in the microwave, you gotta spread the seeds out with the butter evenly so that all the seeds pop.
And I'm so glad you're busy. I'm so glad you're already busy spreading your seed out there without me. You're just spreading it, squirting it. Got the butter knife on that shit. Back and forth.
It was a buy one get one deal, and they just opened my box first, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm trying to put them on. I'm like, hey, that other box is you know what I'm saying, you know.
All right then. Well, the world is, as you heard it here, finite, unlike our show. And I guess what you're getting at here with this, like I said, we're going back and forth. What you wanted to pose to the audience or get from the audience is, I guess, what are you all doing to prepare for the end of the world? And which end of the world exactly are you prepared for, if preparing at all?
Indeed.
Now, I'd like to go over maybe a few that just come to, that are on the back of my mind, and they come to the top of my mind on occasion when I do think of our inevitable demise. I don't know, stuff like fucking climate change. What if the polar bears melt, or the shit that they talk about on the fucking TV, right? What if the penguins fucking overrun the rest of the world because they don't have a place to live? That's why the world will die, right? Is the penguins?
Exactly. Well,
we're trying to eradicate all penguins, right? Right? Is that the end goal, to preserve the planet?
The penguins are the leaders, but the polar bears and the killer whales and the seals and the walruses and all them, they're all teaming up to eradicate humanity. But the penguins are in charge. You saw Madagascar, right?
I'm gonna go on a little tangent here because you reminded me of something when you said killer whale, and then we'll get right back to this. But go on.
You saw Madagascar, right?
Yes, of course. What the fuck are you asking me?
Who was in charge of who was out there operating everything? It was the penguins. The penguins are in charge, and everyone else are just their lackeys, and they're going to quote unquote take care of all of us in vengeance.
So you're saying that the penguins of Antarctica are plotting espionage on the rest of the natural world. They are plotting to overtake everyone and everything aside from themselves. And be the true and tried rulers of this earth.
Yes.
Okay.
They finally teamed up with.
Let's just
predators.
melt everything then, all the ice ever, and see how they like that shit. How about that?
That's why they're gonna do it.
That's why we're working on it. But no, shit like climate change, you think of that, and then you think of dumb movies like 2020 or whatever that fucking movie was.
Oh yeah, 2012 with the flood.
2012, yeah, exactly.
Yeah. He said 2020.
Yeah, 2012.
That'd have been a COVID movie, like a very exaggerated COVID movie. Oh, we should make that. I patented that. Don't nobody take that.
So I was saying when we were on a tangent because you mentioned killer whales. I saw a video. This isn't the same video, but it's kind of similar. It's like a seal that's stranded on a fucking, slab of ice, and a bunch of orcas are like fucking with
surrounding
it to get it knocked off.
Oh my god.
And he's like, no, please. He's like, no.
Yeah, they're pretty
he's
messed
crying
up.
for help. And they're they're not playing games. They got the fucking roaring rapids launching at them. They got they're breaking the ice off piece by piece, narrowing it down.
They're just messing with them too. They're all teamed up messing with them.
Oh yeah. and then they're just gonna rip him to shreds. They're gonna get him down, and then there it is. It's a wrap.
Just think of like how terrified you'd be.
Oh my fucking god! So the video I watched was even scarier because what they were doing was like methodically breaking the ice, and they got in like a formation, right? And what they did. No, that wasn't even this video. The video I'm talking about a video from earlier today that I saw it in fucking on Reddit.
Did you see one where they were like flipping them around and then they like in the air and they kept like juggling them and then they like he landed in their mouths?
No. Oh my god. Oh
yeah. Yeah, they're kind of not
juggling him. Fucking yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, yo. Well, imagine like just some big dude's like literally like juggling you in the air. He picks you up, he throws you up, he catches you, just throws you up again. Oh, shit. And that's all before he just like beats your ass. Oh my god. I would be terrified. I wouldn't know what to do. First off, he's not gonna be able to see again because I'm like jabbing his eyes out if I could reach. No one's picking me up and throwing me.
Oh
my gosh.
I mean, look at this shit. It's terrifying. It's fucking horrifying.
Oh yeah, and he knows they're coming. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
This isn't the video either. They're so coordinated.
Yes. It's like, I mean, that's basically what getting jumped is like, but like he's definitely gonna get like eaten.
I have to find this shit. I will find the fucking video because the cinematography is fucking insane. Like they got the only reason I want to find the video I'm thinking of that I saw today was because literally like they recorded the seal's eyes like fucking like, oh fuck, I'm trapped.
Like imagine you're walking down the street, you see like 4 white hoods, you know what I'm saying, walking to you. And that's like, you know what I'm saying, that's that right there. You're stuck in traffic and they're like running at the side of your car. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? That's that right there.
I found it. I fucking found it. Here we go.
Oh my god.
Alright, y'all.
Yo, the ominous like, yo.
See, look at him. He's like not
the way he just
fucking prepared.
But if they're to catch a seal resting on such a large piece of ice, the hunters need to change their tactics.
Oh, my bad. Shit. Trying to turn it down a little bit.
When a seal
my man
is spotted,
peeked up like, yo, what's good? Look at that.
Such a large piece of ice, the hunters need to change their tactics.
But see how big it is now. Look at how big that fucking ice slab is now. In a minute,
this time they produce
it's not gonna look like that.
Subsurface wave.
They fucking get on that shit. Look at this fucking thing.
It breaks the ice into smaller pieces.
Bruh, they weren't playing games.
But the seal
still
has a raft.
He fucking knows. Look at him. He's like, oh
and
shit.
Appears to be protected from any oncoming wave.
He said, fuck. The spider's already on my chest. The caterpillar's already there. There's nowhere to go but down now. I'm already dying.
Oh my god.
They don't show him getting chewed up or anything like that, but man, it's like, fuck. Just to be, it's like, I don't know.
No, oh my god, that's gotta be terrifying. They should have shot him with like a tranquilizer or something so he wouldn't have to.
I know, they're just watching this happen. They're filming it.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't even know he's being filmed or anything. Like this is his last fucking appearance.
They should have just shoot him with a little tranquilizer. Just let him sleep so he's not
just put him out.
So his last moment, yeah. So he's like, cause like. If you falling asleep, you know, you're not even aware, you know. So it's like his last moments are in fear, but he's not aware of his very last moments. You know what I'm saying? His sleep is whatever.
Oh, fucking terrifying.
Oh my god. Oh my god, I couldn't imagine.
That's worse than any like scary movie I've ever seen. You know, just that fucking feeling that you're going through with that fucking seal right there. just the look.
It's like four
The
of
look he
them.
gives to the
They use
camera.
the combined attack. Yeah.
Look at him. He's like,
he's like,
somebody needs to
yo.
meme that shit right there.
No, he looks like he's about to cry. Like, you know
He
what I'm
already
saying?
is
He
crying. Look at this fucking red, the red around his
he's
pupils,
not
man.
having a good time.
He's already in
Oh my
tears.
God.
You just don't see the tears
Oh
because
my
he's soaking
God.
wet.
Oh
my
I feel
fucking
for him.
God.
I feel.
He lived a
Oh
good
my
life.
God,
He
I
looks a
feel-
little old. He looks like he's seen some shit already. Like he's been there and back to like Vietnam or something.
He survived one of these before.
He's like, I wasn't
He's
supposed to go like this. It wasn't supposed to be like this. I was supposed to go on the chopper with my brothers. Not like this. Then they come
Oh my
through and
God.
fucking literally break the ground underneath this man's.
Bruh. No, because when the first one popped up inside item, bruh.
I mean, look at that. That's
What
insane. The fucking just the
They
coordination
produce
alone.
a
Look at this.
subsurface wave.
Boom, 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 boom. And he's like,
Oh yeah, he's like, bruh.
it's like, I didn't think it was gonna all break at once. Fuck.
I didn't either. I figured it'd be like piece by piece, but like,
Yeah.
no,
boom,
they
boom,
got
boom.
they got an ultimate attack.
Mhm.
Yeah,
They took the cookie cutter to his ass.
combined attack with subservient wave.
So, like that seal's life, the world is ending.
That's how actually.
Nice
That's how all
transition
of
back
us are
to
gonna
what
go.
we were talking about.
Oh my god.
That seal's
That's how
already
all of
dead.
us are
That
going.
seal is a goner. So people need to be preparing, and what would you say people need to prepare for most?
It matters which end of the world comes first. So we have the potential of
What's the most likely
world-
world-ending scenario that we would see in our lifetime?
See, I can't really guess it because I don't know the actions of people. We have nukes, we have our power grids failing, which would be the end of society because all our money's currently, well, most of our money is electronical, you know what I'm saying? We have, I mean, just society failing, which would be after the whole electric thing. We have like the world could eventually flood or some kind of crazy natural disasters. Some people think the Bible stuff, I don't know what's in there. I've never read it, but you know, some people think all that stuff could go down. Like, you know what I'm saying? What's it called? The
Rapture.
when he comes back. Yeah, that. The cipher, the rap competition, that one, yeah. So people think that could happen. The Raptors, rapping Raptors, like in Jurassic World with Chris Pratt.
Mhm.
Yeah. The Raptors. You just call Chris Pratt. He got it.
Chris
He
Pratt.
got it. Too easy.
When Chris Pratt returns from the dead, that's when you know we're in trouble.
No, Chris Pratt can train. He could train the Raptors, so he got it. You know, we saw it in the movie. He was like, "Whoa," you know what I'm saying?
So
chill.
we have we went over global warming, the rapture, Chris Pratt. So those are some realistic scenarios that we might anticipate. Now, I was thinking more along the lines of what people are actually prepared for these days, especially in our country. And I'm thinking that's more like, what would you say, like fucking, like,
Well, there's
like the Civil
potentially
War.
a food shortage. Well, yeah, and that as well. I forgot. I knew I was forgetting one. Yes, the Civil War. Yes.
Civil War
Or
2.0,
another world
Electric
war.
Boogaloo.
Yeah. Oh my god. The remix. This time we're serious.
This time,
I don't
American
know.
Civil War.
Can you think about all the like Civil War memes?
Oh yeah.
Oh shit.
We'll see these fucking people meme when their fucking lives are on the line. We'll see how fucking funny those are. Yeah, bro, it was so fucking funny when my mom got her fucking shit rocked by the Confederates.
Yo, people doing the SpongeBob meme and shit.
Yeah.
Put your hands up and guns down. Shit.
My face
Oh
won.
my gosh.
My face won.
when a bunch of the
fucking seceders stormed my house. Here's Gary, folks. Let's see if you can get a sneak Gary peek. Oh, hold on.
Be tricky. A peek of the Gare Bear.
The Gare Bear.
The Garrison. Ooh,
Garrison.
Leaf.
Garrison Ford.
Leaf Garrison. Ooh, is that not Garrison Ford? Ooh. Leaf Garrison. Ooh. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm.
Not working.
It's not working.
So I'm on. But keep going while I try to get Gary on the screen.
I like it. No, but yeah, it's gonna be pretty wild. But think about it. People are gonna we got all these drones now. I think it matters how we divide up. If we divide by class, I've thought about this actually, because the rich could just buy some of the middle class and the poor, but then not if money doesn't matter. There's a whole lot of factors to this thing. How far in which end of the world are you prepared for? Are you prepared for when our electric kids go and we just don't have any electricity? Are you ready for a food shortage? Are you self-sustainable? Are you growing your own food? What are you doing? You know what I'm saying?
I hope
what
Gary's
are you
ready.
gonna do?
Looks.
Yeah, I think Gary might be chilling.
He looks pretty ready. He looks like he's chilling. Yeah.
Are you ready when the penguins take over the world and sacrifice us so that the killer whales don't mentally torment them before their deaths?
Yes.
The penguins are gonna be like just regular enlisted soldiers, and then the SEALs are gonna the NCOs and whatnot, and then the killer whales are gonna be officers, and they're all gonna report back to them. If the penguins can't get it done, the SEALs are coming, and they're gonna get you because they're not gonna get caught themselves.
Amen.
Indeed.
Hallelujah.
It's only a matter of time. Only a matter of time. They could manipulate the water. If you're close to, eventually they'll get us all. Wait till they find. No, I think in Salisbury actually, there was a dolphin in one of the rivers. This was years ago, but that was just the first step to their plot. It's only a matter of time. If a dolphin could get there, who's saying that these whales can't eventually get here and take over? Mm-hmm. This is my warning to y'all. Y'all can take heat if you want to. I'm actually working out a deal. I'm gonna be on their side. I'm betraying humanity, and I'm going to be on the whale side. I'm going to communicate. I'm gonna be the communications director. I'm gonna handle all deals, talking to humans. So
a whale deal.
Yeah. All whale deals. I'm learning their language, and I'm gonna communicate to humans, and pass out their demands. So yes, that way me and my family are spared. The rest of y'all, I'm saying I can only do so much.
Gary and I will handle all snail and mollusk communication. Superior race.
I like it.
As we established, all lives do not in fact matter. Snail lives are paramount, whereas all others are sort of just down there somewhere else. But snails and slugs, they're,
Slugs are well, slugs don't get eaten like that, huh? By people?
Yeah, not really by people, no. Unless you're super fucking hungry.
Yeah, because I know the French be eating escargot, but I don't think they be eating the slugs. Is it because of the shell? They don't eat the shell, right?
When preparing for the end of the world, you might want to not be so fucking picky with what you
Not
eat.
so picky. Oh, I guess. Wait until the new currency is, because that's all that appeases our penguin, seal, and whale overlords.
Let's see. I typed in doomsday planning just to get an idea for what people are searching. What is doomsday prepping and should you do it? People ask. Doomsday prepping isn't just for the nuclear annihilation of the world. It's for common emergencies, natural disasters, or anything that would disrupt society and the distribution of community resources. The majority of preppers are ordinary people who are smart enough to plan for the inevitable. Wow, that's very pointed. Smart enough. Ordinary people who are smart. Why is it necessary to prep? Be prepared for emergency incidents when you're at home. Blah, blah, blah. See, why is it necessary to prep? As we've seen with Hurricane Katrina, Harvey, and numerous other disasters wreak havoc on local government infrastructures and resources. People without water, gas, and electricity for weeks. Okay? See, but this is rational preparedness. This is, okay, if you're in if you're in a storm area or some shit that, you're susceptible to fucking, shit like that. If hurricanes come through here with a vengeance, yeah, get prepared. Do yourself a fucking favor, right? That's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the fringe. I'm looking for these fucking freaks out here planning for, JFK's return and fucking, like you said, Jesus about to rain hell and holy fire upon thee.
Yeah.
We gotta find some of these people.
They're probably your next door neighbors. You never know. They're everywhere.
Yeah. I think it's an excellent thing to just research right now without any prior vetting or anything.
There's some rich people, like really rich people, that have like secret bunkers somewhere. I say we just if we ever do, if anything ever happens and they go to their bunkers, we should just like follow them and like.
You're just talking about the super rich. I just found this Vice video here. How about this? This is interesting. The super rich's secret doomsday bunkers, while the rest of us die. This is an ad for Pearl.
Unless we follow them
Planners is a strange mentality.
Super secret bunkers.
It's okay to destroy the planet and kill nearly everyone on it.
Ooh.
A doomsday industry caters to the mega rich.
This is Commissioner Gordon narrating, I think.
Pools, artificial sunlight, and supplies to stay sealed off from the world.
What's his name? From fucking the black dude.
What?
Fuck. I'm blanking.
Deuces?
No. See, now I gotta look up his name. Got me fucked up. Trying to remember Commissioner Gordon when I want to learn about doomsday prepping. The Batman cast. Jeffrey Wright.
Batman.
It's this guy. Pretty sure. The dude from the Marvel thing. The What If narrator.
Oh. I saw a few of those actually.
Sounds like Jeffrey Wright. I don't see him credited here in the description. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's a Jeffrey Wright fucking poser.
Sounded like.
From the Cold War till now, the most powerful people end up being the ones most afraid.
Ooh.
And today, even as the actions of a few at the top have helped push poverty rates near their highest levels in half a century, it's the rich who fear losing control themselves from the unruly masses.
I thought we were going to see some bunkers.
The most powerful people in the world.
Okay, I know who Mark Zuckerberg and fucking Jeff Bezos are. See, this is why we have to look at this shit beforehand. Do me a favor, okay? Next time, when you have a fun idea, give me some links to some shit. Give me some fucking.
I know.
Let's have some supporting fucking evidence.
No, you know
that
what?
we can look at and share with the people.
One of these in the future, we're going to have an actual doomsday episode, and
Yeah.
and we'll
When
have
the world is
we'll have
ending
the full
around
length
us,
for
we're
you.
gonna be filming a podcast because, like you said, the show is definite. The show is finite,
Exactly.
unlike the world.
It's infinite. The
And
world is finite. This show is infinite.
Oh, sorry, infinite. Forgive me. The world is finite. This not finite.
Exactly.
And the show must go on. So we're gonna be here. Our reanimated corpses are gonna continue it on, henceforth, while the world burns.
I'll do it while negotiating terms between humans and the killer whales. I will be doing the podcast. We'll actually use the podcast for all of our broadcasts for when we're taking over the world. So all of you who are already subscribed, you will get head starts on the information. So congrats. You'll see the signs. I'll start being gone from some of the podcasts, and we'll have to have more guests fill in for me. You'll start hearing a lot more from Call Casualty. He'll probably drop a album with orca whale sounds in there, actually, to appease our new masters. So you gotta watch. Y'all look for the signs.
Now, to our viewers out there, before the world ends, if you'd like I said, we have chat functionality now. We have Justin with 3 comments in the chat. Justin, love you, baby. Thank you so much. I never knew you directly, but Lorenzo knows you. Similar to Casualty, I'm sure you and I can make a direct bond at some point. But to our viewers, please, if you would, contribute to the chat, subscribe, like, follow, bell, the whole deal, the whole 9. And, we're going to be here every single Tuesday at 9 p.m., folks. I don't know what to tell you. Join in live. Let's have a blast. Let's have a party. As you can see, we're on a tight schedule, but, we make slight little, side roads here, there, tangents, what have you. There's room for some chat functionality up in this piece. Can I get a what?
Indeed.
From anyone? No one.
Talk to us. We're like any other online chat room. You give suggestions and comments.
Exactly. And maybe next time I'll put out the Discord info so we can get some membies in there. Get a nice little fucking
part of the crew.
Dialogue going back and forth between Lorenzo and I. And you guys, I'm so engaged right now. I'm sure you can tell. I'm tired as fuck. We've been going for 2 hours. Let's get that nice nosy on. Yep, right on camera. I love it. Both nostrils.
Because I've been tired anyway. That's the thing.
No, me too. I'm so fucking exhausted. I'm tired as fuck.
I was tired from the jump, but I'm like, nah, we got this stuff.
Yeah.
I'm happy to be here. I just my body.
I'm so fucking happy to be here. I love this. I love that we're holding ourselves accountable. We're getting it done. This is our longest episode yet at a shocking 2 hours in length. 2 hours.
Oh yeah.
I think this might be the longest episode of the podcast in history, not just remotely, but in history, ladies and gentlemen. So on our inaugural Christian's Bug Corner episode, another feat, 2 hours in length, ladies and gentlemen. Please, can we have a round of applause in the chat or in the comments after the fact? Yeah. Much appreciated. Mm-hmm. Any words of wisdom you'd like to impart on the audience, as you so often do at the end of our episodes?
I got one. Hey, you might want to watch the podcast in 2 goes. If you watch them or however you watch them. If you watch the regular ones in 2 goes, watch this in 4 goes. You could get through it. It's a long, but it's worth it. Like Avengers. That movie was like 3 hours. The Endgame, that was like 3 hours long. But I ain't gonna lie, I dozed off. I saw it in theaters. I dozed off a little, but it was a good movie and it was worth it. And outside of that, I encourage people. I implore you. We should get some sort of survival skills. I don't know, learn how to work with wood or something. I don't know, learn how to make a house or something. I don't know. Learn. It doesn't hurt to learn new skills and hobbies and whatnot. everyone has to be able to, like, everyone in a group, you got to find a group, a survival group, and like everyone has to have a different skill, but you also have to cross train some just in case like something happens to somebody,
Of course, naturally, yeah. Just you get everybody together, but then teach everybody a little something about what you know.
Exactly.
And then they'll teach you a little something about what they know, and then pretty soon y'all know everything or a little bit about everything.
Exactly.
You're not just a fucking range fighter or a fucking woodworker. You're an all-around team player. That's the way to go.
Mm-hmm.
Couldn't put it better myself. Let's get another nose yawn, please. One nostril at a time. Making me yawn again over here. Fuck.
Oh my gosh.
All right. Before we yawn y'all to sleep as well. Good night. Good luck. And
we shall see you next time.
What was the fucking Robin Williams shit that he said on the radio? Good morning, Vietnam shit.
Was that a movie?
Or was that like the Truman Show where he had like a dismissal thing?
I don't even know.
It's one of those. Hold on, I gotta look this shit up.
I was about to say I could give him a Jumanji line. You don't think I was scared? I was trapped in the jungle for like a various amount of years.
Good morning, Vietnam sign off. Oh Lord. No, that's the wrong movie. Then it had to be the Truman Show.
Are you sure it wasn't Tropic Thunder?
I'm 100% on that one.
That's a throwback to one of our earlier episodes. What was it, like 2? I don't even know.
What? I'm thinking of something. If y'all know what I'm talking about, it was like good night, good luck, and good morrow, some shit like that.
I feel like I kind of know what you're talking about, but I have no clue what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Hey,
we'll figure it out
in the comments.
And that's what I'll say from now until the end of time, because our podcast is infinite.
Indeed.
All right, y'all. Peace. Come catch us next week. Oh wait, are we on Tuesday next week, or did we change our mind?
Yeah. We're on Tuesday. We'll be here. Don't worry. I know some of y'all, your heart stopped and you froze in anticipation.
No, but I'm dead serious. Like, were you doing something next week?
No, we're gonna be on next week. We're gonna be here.
Tuesday?
Be here. Yeah, we're here. You know what I'm saying?
Does it need to be Wednesday or Thursday? Because we can change that. That shit does not matter at all.
It's gonna be Tuesday.
It's just a fucking day. If we need to not do it at all, we might not do it at all. How about we just not do one?
No. We got.
I think we take a hiatus. Yeah. I think you're telling me that we need to stop the podcast. I think we just need to end it. I think this is the last episode.
Do you
the inaugural Bug Corner.
I'm making off of these.
Please let me not stop your bag, please. How dare I? Forgive me.
Who's gonna sing for the inaugural Bug Corner? Don't inaugurations need singers?
Oh yes.
You know, inaugurations need singers. Who's gonna sing? Are we gonna get called Cassidy or another singer, another artist?
Maybe we'll find another artist for next time. That's what we'll open with, a new artist. Let's get on that.
Okay. We'll get some guests.
Let's find a new artist.
We might have a guest.
All right then.
I like it.
You heard it here. Right. We got fucking tons of topics next time, and a guest artist. All right.
Indeed.
All right, y'all.
All right.
Learn a trade. Good night.
Night.
And to think you're out here getting rich off of our audience, off of our dumb fucking audience. Are you kidding me? You're like making so much money off their fucking dumb backs. The people who watch this show, the L&C Podcast.
It's so laughable.
So fucking laughable. I can't believe it. I can't believe how dumb these people are. And to think they can't even hear us shit talking them right now because they don't listen to the theme song, the outro song.
Exactly. It's a good outro song too. What, did you make it? You made
I did make it. I made it all myself. See? So if these little piglets can keep watching and keep the cash flow coming. You better fucking believe it.
Quality art.
Bunch of dum-dums. Joke's on you. Yep. Can't hear me though. Alright, I'm gonna end this shit. Fuck. I'm really thinking